Malapit na ang Asian Games at tapos na ang Chot Reyes era ng Gilas program. For the meantime, si Coach Tim muna ang hahawak ng team para sa Asian Games. Coach Tim Cone is a touchy subject kasi most people, yung mga hindi gaanong nanonood, updated, or alam yung pinapanood, they automatically assume na triangle offense lang ang sistema. So ang mga opinion lagi is that outdated, walang spacing, predictable, etc. But that's far from the truth. Especially kung matagal ka nang nanonood ng videos ko, literally bago sumabog yung mga Gilas videos, alam nyo na laging may update video ko sa mga bagong experiments ng Hinebra. Kasi parang every conference, meron silang bagong tinatakbo. So ngayon, balik tayo sa Gilas na meron na lang roughly 2 weeks para mag-prepare para sa Asian Games. Ano kaya yung mga pwede nating i-expect sa kanila offensively? Kaya sa video na to, titignan natin yung mga possibilities, yung mga tingin ko na mangyayari, at kung ano yung may iba sa team na to kumpara dun sa team sa World Cup in terms of execution. For context, napanood naman natin yung dribble exhibition ng Gilas sa World Cup. So nag-compile na lang ako ng clips ng Hinebra and yung execution nila. Nilagyan ko ng number of passes, dribbles, and yung time ng hawak ng bola. I'll let the video speak for themselves. Obviously, iba yung national team with weeks of preparation kumpara sa pro team na matagal na magkakasama. Syempre. So ngayon, ang ginawa ko, pinanood ko yung last time na humawak ng Gilas team, si Coach Tim Cone, sa 2019 SEA Games. Before anything else, gusto ko lang din i-mention na kahit short preparation time din to, we can see na yung players are always looking to pass. Kasi minsan, kahit na short preparation time, kapag yung coach, foundation ng coaching niya is ball movement, sa mga practices for sure, highlighted yan. We can see here, they always start their possessions with a pass, either to the trail or papunta sa corner, may kasama pang cut. And kapag pinapanood naman natin ng buo yung execution nila sa half court, makikita natin na lahat sila pag hawak nila yung bola, decisive sila and looking to pass. Ngayon, tignan na natin yung ginagawa nila sa opensa. First, tignan natin yung early offense. Early offense is a great way to get easy baskets. Habang nasa transition, magsiset ka ng play to get an easy one. Then if yung system mo is well optimized, it should flow naturally sa half-court set mo. Sa play na to, empty side 2-man game sa transition. Inice ng defender yung screen. Forced Matthew Wright to drive to his left. Bad decision yun for the defense kasi mapipwersa yung help na manggaling from the weak side corner, which is a wing. And kayang-kaya banggain ni Sistan, which he did. Dito again, transition, but instead of a ball screen, si Sistan nag-initiate ng play as a trail. Pitch pass papunta kay Pringle, the defender went under, open 3-pointer. Then occasionally nagsisprinkle sila ng pistol early offense sets kagaya nito. Nag-hedge yung Singapore sa ball screen, corner defender tagged the roller, kaso sa strong side siya nang galing, which is a no-no. Open Pringle 3-pointer, 1 pass away lang. Para naman sa half court, most of their sets were based from swinging the ball from side to side. Sa play na to, they swung the ball to the weak side para mag-empty side 2-man game. Cool detail dito is si Vic Manuel galing sa strong side and then lumipat siya sa kabilang side for the roll and replace. This is called occupying the tagger. Usually kasi sa mga empty side ball screens, the helper is the low man. And you have to distract him at least for a split second para ma-delay yung help niya. Sa play naman na ito yung continuation kapag mas na-develop yung play. Swing, 2-man game, roll and replace, ball reversal, pin down from Lassiter, open 3 for Tenorio. Kita nyo yung flow? Ang ganda and ang bilis, ang decisive. May option rin na pwedeng hindi iswing sa weak side. Sa play na to, forward pass papunta sa corner. Kung makikita nyo si Chris Ross, nag-45 cut papunta sa weak side and nag-flow agad siya sa empty side 2-man game. roll and replace, ball reversal. Now, kagaya sa kanina, pin down or a 45 cut sa nasa wing. So again, it's now an empty side 2-man game again. And actually, may counter din sila dito. Instead of flowing into a 2-man game after the swing, kunyari nagsiset sila ng staggered away, pero backpick talaga siya papunta sa big for an alley-oop. Tinry nila ito mga 2 beses, parehas to open a quarter. Yung isa naka-alley-oop sila, yung pangalawa naka-draw sila ng foul. And ginagamit rin nila yung swing na setup para mabigyan ng post-up possession si Junmar. Dito, diretso ilalim si Junmar instead na mag-set ng ball screen, and magre-replace agad yung opposite big, cross screen by Lassiter, down screen for Lassiter, post entry for Junmar, basket. Ulitin natin, bilangin natin ilang beses magdi-dribble after makalampas ng half court. Zero. And dito sa play na to, same play, same result. And again, no dribbles. Pero occasionally, nagtakbo sila ng triangle offense, mostly for isolation plays. Sa play na to, strong side triangle, pass to the corner. Dapat magbabanana cut si LA rito para maging 2-man game between Kiefer and Greg. Pero hindi nagmaterialize. So binalik nila kay LA, pass to the top, pinch post for Big Manuel. Dito triangle din. Wide screen for Lassiter, well defended, so they go to Vic Manuel sa pinch post. Imagine niyo na lang kung si Brownlee to, diba? Speaking of Brownlee, these clips are from 2019. And sa 4 na taon na yon, mula 2019 hanggang ngayon, marami nang bago sa sistema ng Ginebra at ni Coach Tim. Ngayon, may mga 5-out delay sets na sila sa opensa nila. Sa play na to, delay set, si Sista nang nag-i-initiate as the trail big. Chicago action, which means pin down into a dribble handoff. Solid yung pin down ni Pinto, kaya nawala sa balance si Chris Newsome, and si McDaniels naman nakadrop, so nalibre si Jeremiah Gray sa 3 points after ng dribble handoff. Here's the same play tinakbo ng Team USA sa World Cup. Again dito, same play. Dahil sa action na tinakbo nila and threat si Malonzo sa drive, long closeout ngayon si RHJ. Nawala sa balance, kaya nakapag-step back si Malonzo para sa 3 points. The thing about Coach Tim kasi is that he's a master of an offense na proven and tested throughout time. Yet, he still evolved and adapted sa modern game. Ang maganda rito is that yung weakness ng modern offenses, strength ng triangle offense at ng mga philosophies nun. So yung balance of doing modern stuff and being able to pivot to a more practical approach kapag nagiging stale na yung modern stuff, I think magandang balance siya. So back to Gilas, we can't expect the Gilas team na maging kasing pulido ng Ginebra in terms of execution, obviously. Pero yung talent available naman and kayang i-customize para mag-fit dun sa mismong sistema. Though ang point ko lang sa video na to is that kahit na short preparation time na lang, yung foundation ng team in terms of coaching and philosophies, I think is much more interesting kaysa sa World Cup. Mas pipiliin ko yung 2 weeks of preparation sa pass-first approach na laro kumpara sa 2 weeks of preparation sa heliocentric ISO heavy offense. Personally ako, excited ako.